New details this morning on a story we first told you about last night on the Night Beat at 10. San Antonio police say a fight turned deadly when a woman was run over.
Right now, San Antonio police are still searching for the suspects and the vehicle involved in this incident. Now, it happened last night just before 9 on Angela Walk in South Picoso, not far from downtown. We are all told that the fight was involved between 15 and 30 people. During the fight, police say someone got into a vehicle and ran over a 29-year-old woman. She died at the scene. 2 people are detained, but police say the suspect got away with 1 or 2 other people. They are looking for a person in a light-colored 4-door car. Officers are still working to gather more information. At last check, they were talking to witnesses about the situation. And as we learn more, we will share it with you on air and online at KSAT.com.
This morning, President Biden's legal team has found another batch of classified information at a second location, according to sources briefed on the matter.
As CNN's John Lawrence reports, so far there's no word from the White House on the issue, but some Republicans are talking.
The paper trail of classified documents is now a little longer for President Joe Biden.
Obviously, it would have been better had it not happened in the first place. Right. But they've certainly dealt with it the right way. And
sources briefed on the issue tell CNN Biden's legal team uncovered a second set of classified documents after the initial discovery in November of classified information at the think tank office used by then Vice President Biden.
What's so surprising to me is that this came out before the election. Why does his Department of Justice treat people differently? Every time we find something that comes out before the election dealing with Biden's family, it's pushed under the rug.
South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham is among the Republicans calling for Attorney General Merrick Garland to open a full-throttle investigation into the situation.
I agree with the Republicans. There should absolutely be a special counsel appointed to review this matter.
Classified records are supposed to be stored in secure locations, and the Presidential Records Act says all White House records are to be given to the National Archives after an administration ends.
Classified documents belong in classified settings. And if we're having consistent problems across parties with exiting government officials not putting those classified documents where they belong, then I think that's something that we should take up.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Well, now to more on that biggest flight stoppage since 9/11. The U.S. government is launching an investigation into yesterday's air travel breakdown, which grounded thousands of planes for hours. Flights in and out of San Antonio International seem relatively normal this morning, according to the airport's website. The Federal Aviation Administration says preliminary indications trace the outage to a damaged database file or a corrupted file. Agency said it would take steps to avoid another similar disruption. The breakdown showed how much American air travel depends on the computer system that generates alerts called NOTAMs, or Notice to Air Missions. Before a plane takes off, air crews and air dispatchers must review those notices, which include details about weather, runway closures, or other factors.
Classes are back in session at the University of Idaho. That's following winter break and an arrest in the murders of 4 students. Brian Koberger is charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of burglary. He will be in court today for a preliminary status conference. Meanwhile, University of Idaho officials are working to make sure students feel safe. The campus sits within walking distance of the King Road home where those lives were taken. The university is offering counseling for students and staff.
Move over Mars. NASA is touting a new discovery that is potentially habitable for life. This is an illustration of an exoplanet. A NASA mission spotted the Earth-sized planet about 100 light years away. They say the 4th planet orbiting a small star's habitable zone. That's the zone where a planet is safe enough a distance from the star that can potentially have liquid water on the surface. According to scientists, the potential for water also suggests the potential for life on that planet.